It's the best meal because it arrives and you get all the theatre when the lid is taken off the pot and the steam is there and the piled up vegetables look amazing and the smell, and it's still like lava at the bottom.
Yeah, still thermonuclear.
And you're just there with your hobs just going, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? First one's in, thumb,
Bang your thumb. Welcome to episode 11 of the Nomad Things podcast, the real story of digital nomading as a family. In this episode, we'll talk about our favourite foods in Mirleft and what you should try.
So, food in Mirleft. We've eaten well, I think we can agree, and it's all been incredibly reasonably priced and fresh and delicious. And so we'll start the day with a breakfast down the road usually, and that would just be something simple like eggs, like an omelette but just fried eggs with herbs and maybe a bit of cheese or something, bread, hobs.
Yeah, scoop it up
with, and Alfie might have yogurt and fruit and a delicious fresh juice of some description. Sometimes a juice we have no idea what it is. It's like we can translate the French, and you even start to read the Arabic, and then there's something and you go, no. I don't know what language that is. There's not any language we know.
It's usually a mix of juices, whatever they can get their hand on.
Yeah. It's avocado, pineapple, carrot.
No.
But Alfie loves them.
And also sometimes with the hops, you just get a little bowl of stuff called amlou, which is a kind of nut butter syrup thing. It's kind of like super fancy, sweet, runny peanut or almond butter. It's quite good. The first week we were here, we bought some to have at home. We bought a little bottle that went
that way.
The next week we bought a big bottle.
Which went quicker because suddenly we'd given Alfie a big bowl of it, and he stepped up consumption.
So anyway, there's amlou. Try it if you haven't. Or you get a little bowl of honey as well, because there's quite a lot of local honey around these parts and honey shops in town. And then apart from just the hobs, the bread, there's also these cool roti type breads, flatbreads, that are called museman, and they're really cool to watch the ladies make. They do the whole rolling out process, so balling it and then rolling it once, kind of like a puff pastry fold, and then they'll leave it to rest, and then they'll do it again and then stretch it out. And we've actually made them with the hub as well on a Friday, and we'll have to get Alfie on to make them when we go back to the UK, because he's actually got the technique quite good. I can't let that go to waste. And again, those usually have them with honey and rolled up like a pancake.
And they're on the street, little street vendors. It's always a lady, and she's there, and you just walk up, and then she'll just start getting one ready or getting one out and chuck it on the plancha, the hot plate in front of her. It's like a little wheelie stand, usually in front of a shop. And then if it was honey or
soup or Nutella, kind of Nutella spread as well. Or you can just have them plain, because another thing we've had and really enjoyed with the Hub Fridays is a dish called rafissa, and that's served on a bed of museman, but they're just ripped up and just plain, so they've not got sweet stuff on them. It's more of a savoury dish. So it's a big bed of museman, and then they cook up a chicken in a pot with fenugreek, other spices.
And lentils.
Oh yeah, some lentils.
It's basically a whole chicken with lentils, like a lentily sauce all dripped over it on a bed of these.
Yeah, so with fenugreek and ras el hanout and turmeric, and really nice, really good comfort food. And I think, do they say traditionally it's for women who've just had a baby?
Yeah.
It's a good kind of restorative dish for them to have.
When you had Alfie, you had a whole chicken. I don't know if say, no.
But no, it's been a really great discovery for us. It was delicious. So we'll have to try and replicate that at some point. And then when Yeah, we've not seen that in any of the restaurants around town, have we? It's a kind of a special thing they make, not the restaurants. The restaurants are just tagine, couscous, couscous Fridays only, really.
Yeah, they don't. You can, because there's enough touristy coming through that they'll sell you in, couscous any day. But Friday's the day where the families get together and have couscous. But yeah, every menu in every restaurant pretty much is the same, and that is not a bad thing. That makes it sound terrible, but that's because it's Moroccan food.
Yeah.
So it will be tagine, couscous, grilled fish, koftas, salads, soups, beans, lentils, these kind of things.
Yeah.
And they all do them because that's Moroccan food.
Yeah. So when you go out for dinner, you generally get given some bread, a basket of bread, some hoops, or a kind of hotter, yummier pizza bread. They called it, but what would you call it?
It's just a flat bread with garlic oil.
Yeah.
They just said that to Alfie.
And then you get, the bowls of olives or cucumbers or tomatoes, and all liberally dusted with salt and cumin, which is just great. The cumin here, it's so much more delicious than the salad stuff we get at home.
Everything we put on, everything we cook, anything at home, and they'll even have it in shakers.
Yeah.
At most of the places, you get a little shaker, and you're like,
yeah.
You have to be careful because sometimes it's harissa
or pepper.
or pepper. So I've seen one of the other ladies and one of the other families go, la 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 la. Oh, that's harissa, which is very spicy pepper. But yeah, the cumin is just fantastic. We've just had that on everything. Just pretty much put it on your cornflakes if we were having that.
Yeah. And so we also like a bit of a Moroccan salad. Because here we've seen some lettuces and that in the fruit and veg shop, but they always look a bit brown and rapey and gnarly. So the old lettuce salad is not really a done thing. It's just chopped up cucumber, tomato, onion, cumin.
Lots of cumin.
And that's really, really nice.
Like I'll make one, and it's because the tomatoes are so good, they're big, and I do spend my time in the veggie shop, selecting the right one. You've got to get the one that's somewhere between fly blown rotten with the maggot holes and unripe, which is all we can get at home.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be. Like our supermarkets will throw them away as soon as they start looking delicious. But that is where the sweet spot is. So you get these tomatoes, you chop them up, onion, marinate that in a bit of salt and some lemon juice. I like to do that. And then in go olives, chopped onion, cucumber, tons of cumin, thyme, because we've got thyme. It grows out there everywhere. See people out there picking the thyme. The bees are all over it. Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah. You get thyme honey.
Oh, and a gallon of olive oil because olive oil is so cheap.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, we need to export that to New Zealand. So yeah, tagine is the main dish you'll find in the restaurants, but you get all the different kinds. So there's usually a random meat tagine, fish, chicken, kofta, meatball, which is really nice. Comes out super bubbly, and with some egg on it as well, like a fried egg. Not so many vegetables in that one, but all the others are all piled up with veggies, and
especially the vegetable one.
Yeah, I've been surprised this one day. He ordered a vegetable tagine. Okay.
and his favourite dish, out of everything we've had, has been chicken tagine.
Yeah.
He absolutely raved about that.
Yeah. And he loves it, because he says it's juicy. It's the juiciest of all the tagines. Because you eat your tagine, you get your hobs, your bread, and you just, peel off a sliver, and then you use that to scoop out some tagine. So he likes the chicken ones because, it's lots of good juice you can dip your hops in.
And it's the best meal because it arrives and you get all the theatre when the lid is taken off the pot and the steam is there and the piled up vegetables look amazing and the smell, and it's still like lava at the bottom.
Yeah, still thermally clear.
And you're just there with your hobs just going, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? First one's in, thumb,
Burn your thumb.
burn your thumb.
Delicious.
We make them at home, and we made one at the hub early on, and I've made fish one, vegetable one, meat one, chicken one, and
that wasn't mystery meat. That was beef.
That was big. That was, yeah. and to make the tagine, you get the onions and garlic and some. I like tomato puree to give it a bit of flavour. Get that sizzling away in the bottom of the. You put the clay pot on the gas, and you get the big thick clay pot going. And it takes a while to heat up, but then it is thermonuclear for the rest of the cook. You get that heated up, you sizzle off you brown your meat, you get the onions and the garlic going into a little paste with the tomato puree, and then in go carrots. You slice carrots and you put those on the bottom. So you slide them in the bottom there so that they form a nice chunky layer to keep your meat from burning. And then on top of that, you pile your softer vegetables, potatoes, courgettes, aubergine, peppers, whatever you're doing. Lemon for juiciness, some slices of tomato for the juiciness on the top. Scatter on some olives for that salty pop. Stick on the lid, which is shaped like a cone, and leave it. And then all the bottom, the juices come out of the meat, sizzle away, make this delicious gravy. That steams up. Condenses down on the top with the juicy things, that runs back down, and then it's like the weather cycle.
The circle of love. My favourite bit is actually generally the carrots or onions, if there's any in there, the ones that have been on the bottom, got a little bit caramelised, but have been soaking in all that juicy goodness.
Yeah, the other night, me and our people were sitting there, and it was about 10:30, and you're just like, one more bit. Scrape. It's been dark for about 2 hours now. Nom. Another thing that I've really enjoyed, the grilled fish. Just pretty much every restaurant we've been, the first thing I'll order there will be the grilled fish. And you order it, and there is no doubt that you're going to watch the guy in about 10 minutes' time jump on his scooter, zoom off, and he's going to the fish market. Yeah, 5 minutes later or 10 minutes, he'll come back on that scooter with a little bag and with the telltale hang of a dead fish, and he'll go past and he'll go into the little restaurant, because we're always sitting outside because it's late. We eat at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
And it's a nice climate.
It's a beautiful climate. It's lovely sitting out for night. So in they go, little bit of prep on the fish, come out, and then you're sitting there at night time when Mirleft comes alive a bit. There's a lot more people about. It's cool. It's a really nice. We've had really nice starry nights and the moon, and that kind of dark blue sky you get at early night. And then you come out with the fish, stick it on the grill, and just spend the next 15 minutes carefully wafting the coals and just really pressing it to make sure it's perfectly done. And it's brilliant. Crispy skin, salty, yummy, soft, succulent. Yeah, really good fish.
Yeah, so you've had whole fish and also, I think, upset fish skewers.
Yeah.
And when we went down to Nixera Beach, and sat down on those tables on the sand there, on the restaurants up the back, and we had grilled fish there as well. Yeah. Super good.
And I've had octopus, which is really good. And the flatfish, and then the longfish. Don't know what kind of fish they are. You kind of ask and you get. It's pointless. There's so many fish in the world.
Yeah.
You're never going to understand what fish that is.
Yeah, they tend to grill the flatter ones, obviously, and then the fatter, rounder kind of ones. Tagine. It's all good.
That's another thing with the fish tagine. You get the marrow out of the fish bones. You get that real juicy, fatty fishness that you don't get from a grilled one. Really.
True.
So it's interesting.
Speaking of sitting outside to eat at night, it can be fraught with danger if you've ordered the chicken tagine, especially at one of our favourite restaurants, which is right by a chicken shop. So yeah, I ordered chicken tagine one night, and
It took a while.
It took a while, but at some point while we were waiting, we heard the screams of the chicken. Like, not 100% sure that was my chicken, but we had a good giggle.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds so cruel. and then coincidentally, the next time we were there, Alfie wanted the vegetable tagine. We're like, we can still hear the screaming of the vegetables. But yeah, it is funny how, as we were saying that they go out to get your fish and come back, and then we're just sitting there. He's like, "Oh, chicken tagine." Sorry.
But no, delicious, worth it. Budget-wise, it's pretty good value. So you'll pay about 50 dirham on average, which is €5 for a main dish. And we tend to get 3 of those, I suppose, and share them. And then you'll spend about 15 to 20 dirham on a side, a salad or whatever, and about 15 for a juice. And only one place here in Mirleft actually sells alcohol, and we figure it's not worth it. No. And so in total, we'll probably spend about 200 dirham, which is €20 for a meal, which is very good value as far as we're concerned. And you get a feast, and you usually get the bread and the olives and little dips and things thrown in for free, and then I'll offer you some tea. Mint tea. I don't think we've mentioned the mint tea.
No.
That is mint tea. They get fresh mint, and then just tuck the leaves in a pot and pour hot water over it.
Pour it from as high as you can go. And I'd like to say, in the tea pouring competition, I
won.
I didn't verse you.
No, but I won.
Yeah, okay, you won. But I was up against Hafid, and I absolutely dominated. And then I was disqualified for splashing, and then we reran it under laboratory conditions, and he agreed that
whatever, I won.
We were hard done by.
And again, yeah, a sugar cube in there. So yeah, those kind of little things, especially if you've been there a few times.
Yeah,
you just get offered them, and you don't have to pay for them.
To go out, sit there for 2.5 hours, have a meal with a couple of drinks each, not alcoholic drinks, but fresh juices, and the tea as well. So 3 drinks really, fresh juices, and then you've got a salad, and they bring out the bread and the appetizers, the olives and the tomatoes. You have that.
And usually extra bread as well.
Usually extra bread because we've gone through it. Yeah. And then we'll have a dish each, and we could get away with 2 dishes between the 3 of us. Yeah. But when it's priced so well, there's no need. You could go budget. Like the first day we arrived, we shared a tagine, fish tagine for 3, and we ended up with drinks and that tagine, 3 of us, and we paid 150.
Yeah.
And we were stuffed.
€15.
Yeah, €15, and we were absolutely stuffed full.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can pay €40 to sort of 70 for like the fish. Like if you get a particularly nice like flat fish, whole. Dirham, not euro, sorry, which is divide by 10 to get it in euros. And you're paying €7 for a whole sole-like fish, grilled to perfection in front, right there.
Yeah, usually with chips and salad or some grilled vegetables or something as well.
Moroccan salad.
Yeah. So yeah, well, it's great value and delicious food and not messed about with.
And sitting out in the evening is a real treat for us because we can't sit outside in the evening because we'd freeze to death.
And there is no restaurant.
So, yeah. Mirleft, food destination.
Hope you enjoyed that. We are Nomad Things, and we'll be back next time with our final thoughts on Morocco and our budget for the month. In the meantime, if you like our content, hit the subscribe button, check out our blog at nomadthings.guide, and of course, follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
So, eating out in Mirleft.